Okay, good afternoon, sisters. My name is Ifra Samatan. I'm so sorry. Virtual world is confusing, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. And I'm representing Hackney North and Stoke Newington. Thank you for your patience. My pronouns are she and her. It is a privilege to speak to you today as the child of a refugee woman who came to this country seeking refuge for my unborn sister and I. I'm proud to have grown up in Hackney, a borough that has commitment to welcoming and offering sanctuary to anyone seeking refuge. The treatment of refugees under this government, however, has and continue to be inhumane, and we have seen draconian laws being pushed in Parliament. The amount of forcefully displaced people has reached a staggering over 80 million, and the number continues to increase daily. We know that over 2.5 million people have fled Ukraine so far. I offer my solidarity to everyone who's been impacted, and I am proud that our collective Labour voices are united in condemning Putin's unlawful and unjust invasion. Conference, history is our oldest teacher. We are failing to learn from the lessons of the past, and we are seeing far too much of the horrors of the past emerging once more in our lifetime. The world is shifting, changing for the worse, not better. The political misuse of powers are everywhere. Famine, climate change, and so many intersectional inequalities continue to uproot lives. The people of the past had the ignorance of knowledge, but we know better, Conference, and we should know better. It is 2022 and women are still fighting for basic rights. With bills such as the Punitive Nationality and Borders Bill, it will dehumanize and vilify refugees. And we know that women and girls will suffer disproportionately, and it will worsen their situation. Their asylum applications in the UK may be denied due to their methods of arrival. 2 in 3 women who've previously been accepted as refugees could now be turned away as a result of this bill. So I call on comrades across the party, including its Women's Committee, to please continue campaigning against this bill, and when Labour gets into Parliament, government, to repeal the problematic policies. I urge you to support this motion today and make sure it gets into the National Conference stage. It highlights the struggles refugee women face after enduring unimaginable suffering to get to the UK, where instead of compassion and care, they are met with hostility, discrimination, and often violence. Please vote this motion today and give them the right to outline and support the key issues that we raise. The majority of women in UK detention centres are survivors of serious human rights abuses, yet traumatised women are interviewed by men, often not given a choice. Others facing discrimination, lack of language support, and judgment before their cases are even heard. Pregnant refugees are not being examined by doctors or midwives upon arrival. Asylum seekers have no right to work. The Home Office has recently decided to send female asylum seekers to a remote detention centre in County Durham. This could lead to extreme isolation, and it's simply cruel, Conference, to segregate women from society. We remember the 27 refugees who drowned in the English Channel. 7 were women, 1 was pregnant, and we remember that 3 were children. This could have easily been prevented if the immigration systems were not so hostile, where people of colour are denied Western and European countries who hold welcome parade if the refugee is white. Conference, in conclusion, there should never be a hierarchy of colour, race, religion, or gender in any border when refugees seek help. In closing, I echo what Comrade said yesterday. We must adopt a humane form of help, and a Labour government is, of course, the best place to do that. But until we get there, we must continue to fight for refugee women to be given basic human rights. We need to use our voices to lift theirs. Please do that today by supporting this motion. I move. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I know it's difficult.